Hey guys, and welcome back to Surface Studio, where we talk about all things related to filmmaking and visual effects. On this channel you will find a ton of tutorials for Adobe After Effects, Premiere Pro, Blender, HitFilm, camera, gear reviews and a whole bunch more. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to like and subscribe. It absolutely helps out my channel and I really appreciate it. In this video I want to talk about Red Giant Complete. By the end of this video you will know what that actually is, what it costs, whether it is the right tool for you and whether it is actually worth your money. Red Giant is a company that produces a lot of the really popular plugins for Adobe After Effects, Premiere Pro, Sony Vegas, Final Cut, DaVinci Resolve and a whole bunch of other host applications. Their new subscription model called Red Giant Complete gives you access to everything that company makes for a single price. That price is $599 a year for the full license or $299 if you're a student. And yes, I know a lot of you are going to look at that price and go, holy fudge. And I do want to talk about pricing as well as the hot topic of subscription-based versus single-off or perpetual licenses, but I do want to do that a little bit later in this video. And as always, you will find timestamps to everything down below so you can jump to any place in this video that you might find interesting. Now, as always, for full transparency, I have been using products from Red Giant for many years now, and I've purchased with my own money quite a lot of their tools and plugins, such as the Trapcode Suite, which contains one of my all-time favorite particle simulators for Adobe After Effects called Trapcode Particular, but also tools such as Magic Bullet Denoiser, which I really enjoy using to clean up my footage. Now, their new subscription offering, Red Giant Complete, gives you access to everything the company makes, and they have hooked me up with a free copy, so I do want to take a moment and say thank you, Red Giant, for giving me access to all of these exciting tools. But also because I believe in transparency and honesty, I also want to let you guys know that in a way Red Giant is kind of sponsoring this video, though we don't really have any sort of official agreement. But now, before I come back to the price and open up the can of worms that is the topic of subscription-based versus more traditional single-off perpetual licenses, I do want to take you through what's included in Red Giant Complete and what you actually get access to if you sign up for the subscription. Red Giant Complete is a new subscription-based offering by Red Giant that gives you access to all of the latest versions of all of their tools and plugins for $599 a year or $299 a year if you're a student. Now, it is important to note that you can still purchase the perpetual once-off licenses. They're not going away, but Red Giant is encouraging everyone to get onto the new subscription-based model. Most of these plugins and tools are for Adobe After Effects and Adobe Premiere Pro, but some of them have standalone versions or work with other host applications such as DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut, Sony Vegas and HitFilm, and the products do work across both Windows and Mac OS. Right now, there are 5 products included in Red Giant Complete. First off, the Trapcode Suite, which is a set of plugins for motion graphics and visual effects in Adobe After Effects, and it includes tools such as Trapcode Particular, which is my favorite particle generator of all time, Form, Tau, Mirror, Shine, Lux, 3D Stroke, Echo Space, Starglow, Sound Keys, and Horizon. The full single license Trapcode Suite costs $999, $499 for the academic version, and an upgrade from an early version costs you $199. Next is the VFX Suite, which is a set of tools for visual effects compositing in Adobe After Effects. It contains some really powerful plugins such as SuperComp, for which I've always been meaning to make a tutorial because it soups up your composition in Adobe After Effects and it's a much more natural workflow. It's a really cool tool. Then there's other plugins such as adding optical glow. There's a corner pin and planar tracker so you can easily replace signs even when they track off screen. There's easy ways to remove objects from your shot using the spot clone tracker. You can generate really cool looking lens flares with the No Light Factory, remove green and blue screens. There's plugins for adding shadows and reflections. The full VFX Suite in a single license costs you $999. The academic version is $499. And right now, because it's pretty new, there's no price for an upgrade. Next, the Magic Bullet Suite contains a bunch of plugins for color correction, finishing, cleaning up footage, and giving your movie that really cinematic, that really iconic and stylized look. Besides Denoiser, which I always like to use to clean up my footage, it also contains really cool tools such as Lux, which is a really easy way to apply different looks and presets to your footage, Colorista, which contains controls for really fine-grained and really powerful color correction and color grading, Cosmo, which enables you to do cosmetic retouches on video, Mojo, Renoiser, and ways to add that film grain, film look effect. The full Magic Bullet Suite costs $899. $449 for the academic version, and an upgrade from a previous version is $299. I have to admit I'm not terribly familiar with the Shooter Suite, which contains a bunch of plugins that help you get your footage from your camera into post-production nice and easy. It includes standalone tools to easily sync video and audio, to up-res to 4K or deal with frame rating issues, and to easily manage your backups. The Shooter Suite costs $399 for the full single license, $199 for the academic version, and $99 for the upgrade. Finally, there's Red Giant Universe, which is already a subscription-based product. It costs $199 a year for the full license, or $99 if you're a student. Red Giant Universe is a collection of GPU-accelerated effects, transitions, and presets that you can easily manage via a custom dashboard. To easily apply any of these effects to your layers and then apply presets and then customize them presets, and you can browse through these for all sorts of cool fractal backgrounds, text effects, transitions. There's patterns and shapes, stylizing, glows, and a whole bunch of other tools. It's a huge collection and I think well worth the money, even if you're not going for the full subscription of Red Giant Complete. So now that you know what you get access to if you sign up for Red Giant Complete, let's talk about the price as well as the hot topic of subscription-based versus once-off single licenses. First off, let's talk about price. Now, $599 for the year is not cheap. In fact, it's pretty much the same you pay for the entire Adobe Creative Cloud license. But do keep in mind that these tools and plugins are meant for professionals. They're meant for people who work in the industry, who work in visual effects, filmmaking, motion graphics, TV, commercials. And if you're doing this for a living and you're earning money using these tools, $599 is actually not unreasonable, especially if you compare it to the price for traditional single once-off licenses. Now for me personally, I've long resisted this push to a subscription-based licensing model, especially with the Adobe Creative Cloud. Then I've been on the fence for a little while, but I'm now slowly starting to come around to actually see the benefits of being on a subscription versus purchasing once-off licenses. But I know that everyone has a different view on the topic and I'm really keen to hear your thoughts, so leave me some comments down below. Be respectful and be kind to one another, but just let me know what you think. Just leave your comments down below. I'm really keen to hear what you think. For me personally, in the end, it really just comes down to math. So let's go through a really rough, simple example. Let's assume for a moment that you want to use two products from Red Giant. Let's say you're going to get the Trapcode Suite, which costs you $1,000 for a once-off license, and you're going to get the VFX Suite, which again is $1,000. So you're down $2,000. $2,000 would give you access to Red Giant Complete, the full license for 3 years. That means you would get access to all products Red Giant makes and always the latest versions. Now, with the once-off licenses, it is important to understand, well, what happens after 3 years? You probably want to upgrade them at some point. You may have to upgrade them at some point. Adobe After Effects, Premiere Pro, all of these software tools, all these host applications that you're using these tools with, they're going to get upgraded, they're going to get new versions, and you may have to upgrade your plugins just to remain compatible. But also there's new features coming out. So if after 3 years you're going to put another $600–700 into just upgrading those tools, that would be 4 years on the subscription. So it kind of really just comes down to math and how you think you're going to be using these products to figure out whether the once-off licenses make more sense to you or whether you're better off with Red Giant Complete. But I totally get that everyone's situation is different. Everyone sees the topic of subscription versus once-off license different. Some people might feel more attached to buying something and holding on to it. For me, again, personally, after 3, 4, 5 years, it's unlikely that I'm going to use that tool anymore. I'm probably want to get the latest version, the newer features, the new plugin, the new compatibility. So for me, subscription long-term just makes more sense. But if you're trying to figure it out, maths can really help you map out how are you going to use these products and are you better off with a subscription-based model such as Red Giant Complete. And that is all there is to it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to watch more, just click these links over on the right-hand side. If you want to support me, what I do on this channel, be sure to check out all of the links down in the video description. And as always, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I will see you later.